Denver. এটা কোন Hearts and Hands. O Henry, class 10, Montfort. What is that? Okay, class 10, 9. Okay. At Denver, there was an influx of passengers into the coaches. Denver ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ station ହେଲା. Influx of passengers ପଶୁଛନ୍ତି ଭିତରକୁ into the coaches on the eastbound BM Express. Okay, eastbound, maybe এটা east ଆଡକୁ ଯାଉଛି. Okay, BM Express ତା ନା ହେଲା B&M Express. ट्रेन ना. In one coach there sat a very pretty young woman dressed in elegant taste. Okay, elegant माने भलो सुंदर है elegant taste and surrounded by all the luxurious comforts of an experienced traveler. तेणु सी गोटे experienced traveler तार सब जिनस जहाँ जहाँ दरकार नहीं की जाउछि. Among the newcomers were two young men. है one of handsome presence with a bold, frank countenance and a manner. The other, a ruffled, glum-faced person, heavily built and roughly dressed. ହେଲା ସେ କହୁଛି ଏଟା ଗୋଟେ pretty young man ବସିଛି କହିଲା in the coach there sat ହେଲା ତା ଛଡା among the newcomers जो माने नुआ नुआ आसिले भितरକୁ there two young men, दिटा young men अछंती. One of handsome presence with a bold, frank countenance. One of ହେଲା इथरु जणे young men, one of handsome presence with a bold, frank countenance and manner. है countenance माने appearance है face है frank face. Okay, and the other ruffled माने से rough type रो ଟିକେ hard देखियो सेटा. glum faced person, heavily built, बहुत मोटा छोटा लोकटा and roughly dressed. तार ड्रेस भी एमती एते भलो नहीं हला roughly dressed हला. The two were handcuffed together. ଦି ଜଣ ଯାକ handcuff ପକା ହେଇଛି. As they passed down the aisle of the coach, aisle of the coach. Where is your dictionary? What and better? As they passed down the aisle of the coach, AISLE. Okay.
A long, narrow gap in which people can walk between rows of seats.
Okay. So passed down the aisle of the coach. The only vacant seat offered was a reversed one. हला गोटे vacant seat थिला but the reversed one माने opposite side अछि हैं when train जुआड़ को जाउची reversed one facing the attractive reversed one was a reversed one. Okay, facing the attractive young woman. Huh? That is the reversed one. Not straight towards where the train is going. Okay, the reverse one, and also facing the attractive young woman. Young woman front re. Hala? Seta, seat. Here the linked couple seated themselves. बुझिपाल लिंक्ड कपल एठे माने ए जो दीटा जाको बंधा हैछनी हैं सेते बसिले हैं the young woman's glance fell upon them glance है ता चाहणीटा एटे पड़ला हैं fell upon them with a distant swift disinterest swift कौन swift माने कौन fast disinterest ता माने से जेमति देखिला तारा disinterest साइसे disinterest पड़े असला हैं then with a lovely smile brightening her countenance तापर टी हसी ओके हैं brightening her countenance ता मुहटा टी ब्राइट कर देछि हस हला and a tender pink हैं हैं tinging tender pink but a soft pink color tinging her rounded cheeks okay that appeared tinging T-I-N-G-E T-I-N-G-E T-I-N-G-E
Color or quantity
coloring
in small amount.
So tinging her rounded cheeks in small amount the color is coming to her cheeks okay pink color she held out a little grey gloved hand से देखेला held out बढ़ेला she held out बढ़ेला कौन ए लिटिल ग्रे ग्लोव्ड हैंड ओके गोटे सिल्वर कलर रो ग्लोव लगेथिला से हाथ से बढ़ेला हला when she spoke her voice full sweet and deliberate proclaimed that its owner was accustomed to speak and be heard ତେଣୁ when she spoke her voice ଯେତେବେଳେ କଥା କହିଲା deliberate ଜାଣି proclaimed that its owner was accustomed to speak and be heard ସେ ଶୁଣିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଏବଂ କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ହେଲା well Mr. Eston if you will make me speak fast I suppose I must don't you ever recognize old friends when you meet them in the west ହେଲା ସେ well Mr. Weston से कहला if you will make me fix fast से कहूँ मु आगे कहबी मु कहବାକୁ चाहूँछि I suppose I must मु कहବାକୁ चाहूँछि don't you ever recognize old friends तमे पुराना बंधु को जानि परनो कि when you meet them in the west अच्छा the younger man roused herself sharply roused ହେଲା roused माने टिके ହେଲା ରାଉସ୍ଡ ମାନେ ଟିକେ ଇଏ ହବା କଣ ମାନେ ଆୱେକ୍ ହେଇଗଲା ସେଠି ହେଲା roused himself sharply at the sound of her voice, seemed to struggle with a slight embarrassment. ହେଲା struggle ତାକୁ ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଲାଗିଲା ତାକୁ ମାନେ ଖରାପ ଲାଗିଲା embarrassment ଲାଜ ଲାଗିଲା which he threw off instantly ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସେ ଲାଜ ଫାଜ ଛାଡ଼ିଦେଲା threw off ହେଲା and then clasped her fingers with his left hand. ତାପରେ ତା ହାତଟା ଧରି ପକେଇଲା clasped her fingers. Okay? Clasped ମାନେ ଚାପିକି ଧରି ପକେଇଲା. It's Miss Fairchild, he said with a smile. I will ask you to excuse the other hand. Okay? It's otherwise engaged just at present. ହେଲା ସେ କହିଲା it's Miss Fairchild ତା ନାଁଟା ସେ କହିଲା I will ask you to excuse the other hand. ସେ ଗୋଟେ ହାତରେ କରିଛି ନା ଆର ହାତଟା ତ ଆଣିପାରୁନି ଏଟା ବନ୍ଧା ହେଇଛି it's otherwise engaged ହେଲା ଏଟା ତ engage ଅଛି at present just at present he slightly raised his right hand ବୁଝିଲା କି he slightly raised his right hand bound at the wrist by the shining bracelet to the left one of his companion ବନ୍ଧା ହେଇଛି ତା ସାଙ୍ଗେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଉଠେଇଲା ଜଷ୍ଟ ଯେତେବେଳେ କହିଛି ଟିକେ ଉଠେଇଛି ହେଲା the glad look in the girl's eyes slowly changed to a bewildered horror ତାପରେ slowly ତାର ଯୋଉ glad look ଟା ଥିଲା ଖୁସିର ଚାହାଣୀ ଥିଲା ସେ କଣ ହେଇଗଲା ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଗଲା କଣ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଗଲା ଗୋଟେ bewildered horror ମାନେ ତାକୁ ଗୋଟେ ଓକେ ଦୁଃଖ ମାନେ ଦୁଃଖ ନାହିଁ ତ ଏଟା ଗୋଟେ ତାକୁ ଭୟ ଲାଗେ ହେଲା the glow faded from her cheeks ତା ମୁହଁରୁ ହସ ବି ଛାଡିଗଲା ହେଲା ଚମକ ଫେଡ୍ ହେଇଗଲା her lips parted in a vague relaxing distress lips जो अच्छी कहूला एमती मेला ହେଇଗଲା parted in vague vague माने not clear vague relaxing distress stern
କଥାଟା ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିନ
हाँ କରିବି କରିନି ହେଲେ ଟିକେ ଛୁଟିଟା ଅଛି ହଁ
ଏ ଛୁଟିଟା ତ ଛୁଟି ଖୋଲିଲେ ନାଇଁ
ଖୋଲିଲେ ହଁ stern with a little laugh ହେଲା listen with a little laugh as if amused was about to speak again when the other forestalled him forestall ଲେଖ କଣ ସେ କିଛି କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲା when the other forestall FORESTALL
If you forestall someone, you prevent them from doing this.
ସେ କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲା ଇଏ ତାକୁ ଛୁକିଲା ସେ ତା ସାଙ୍ଗଟା The glum-faced man had been watching the girl's countenance with veiled glances ହେଲା ମାନେ କଣେ କଣେ ସେ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲା ତାକୁ ହେଲା ସେ ଜାଣିଦେଲାଣି ଇଏ ତା ମନଟା ଭୟ ଆସିଗଲାଣି ତେଣୁ ତାକୁ କିଛି କହିଲା ରହିଯା ତାକୁ କହନି କିଛି from his keen shrewd eyes shrewd ଚାଲାକି eyes ରେ ସେ ଦେଖୁଥିଲା ତେଣୁ ସେ ମନା କଲା ଆଉ କହନି you will excuse me for speaking miss but I see you are acquainted with the marshal here. Okay. Hello. Se कहला, but I see you are acquainted with the marshal here. Marshal देखिला. Police.
Is an officer who has the highest rank in army or air force.
Say type ro, huh? But I see you are acquainted with the marshal here. Se कहू तू ताऊ जानी छु. If you will ask him to speak a word for me, ହେଲା ତାକୁ ଟିକେ କହିଦେ to speak a word for me. Huh? When we get to the pen, he will do it. ହେଲା, when we get to the pen, he will do it. And it will make things easier for me there. ହେଲା କହିଲେ ତା ପାଇଁ ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଟିକେ ସେ କହିଦବ ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଟିକେ ତାକୁ କହିଦେ. Huh? If you will ask him to speak a word for me, huh? ସେ ମୋ ଲାଗି କିଛି କହିବ. Huh? When we get to the pen, huh? He will do it. And it will make things easier for me there. कौन ता गोटे हेल्प माने ताको ता ପାଇଁ गोटे ये करतो आ कोन माने गोटे टाइप रो ताको हेल्प करिया को हा इज टेकिंग मी टू द लीववर्थ पिजन ला से आडे मते नौची इट इज 7 years फॉर काउंटर फिटिंग मु गोटे जाली नोट कौन करथिली हला इतमे मु 7 वर्ष जेल जाउछी हैं कहले टिके हैं से मते दे लेखा पढ़ा रे हेल्प करियो हला when we get the pen he will do it हैं हला and it will make things easier for me there सेटे मते टिके हेल्प करियो से लेखा रे टिके कमे दबो कि कोन करियो हैं होला oh said the girl with a deep breath and a returning color तापरे से पुन टिके निश्वास नला दीर्घ निश्वास and returning color पुन टिके हसला so that is what you are doing out here doing out here a marshal एडी कहला ओ said the girl कौन कहला so that is what you are doing out here a marshal है तो यह करथुलु एठी मार्शल ए मार्शल अच्छा my dear Miss Fairchild said Easton calmly I had to do something ହେଲା मते जाहाले किछि करिवार थिला money has a way of taking wings onto itself ହେଲା money has a way of taking wings onto itself and you know it takes money to keep step with our crowd in Washington ହେଲା because and you know it takes money to keep step with our crowd लोकों को भीतर चलिया को हेले to keep step with our crowd in Washington money दरकार तळे बसते ना
नाही ऊपर से कैमरा का ये का कहना है कि कंप्यूटर का करू
करिया जे आसीबो करिया
तर सेईटा के आर वर्ष भी लेट होला
मु तो अच्छे ना आरंभ करनी लेट टाइम ए छुट्टी खोलला तो आरंभ हो जिवो हां for it. It takes money to keep step with our crowd in the Washington. I saw this opening in the West. And well, a marshalship is not quite as high a position as that of an ambassador. But I see this opening in the West. I saw this opening in the West. କ'ଣ marshal service ଟା in the West, and well, a marshalship is not quite a high position as that of ambassador. ସେ କହିଲା marshalship is not a very high position as that of ambassador. ambassador ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ବଡ଼ post, marshalship is a ଛୋଟ post. ହେଲା, ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ ନାଇଁ? ଏଇଠି ଯୋଉ ଆମେ ପଢିଲେ, you will excuse me for speaking, miss, but I see you are acquainted with the marshal here. No. I see you are acquainted with the marshal here. Man se nije marshal बोले. बुझिपारछु कि एठी से चोरटा को धरिछि, हैंडकप टा धरिछि, से चोरटा को धरिछि, हैला, तो एठी nije marshal. If you will ask him to speak a word for me and we get to the pen, he will do it. It will make things easier for me there. He is taking me to the living. It's 7 years, sir. No, miss, but ମାନେ ଆର ଲୋକଟା ଠିକ. The glum-faced man had been watching the girl's countenance with the veiled glances from his keen shrewd eyes. ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା ବୋଧେ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଗ୍ଲମ୍ ଫେସ୍ ଲୋକଟା ବୋଧେ କହିଲା କି କ'ଣ, ସେ କହିଲା you will excuse me for speaking, କହିଲା ସେ ନିଜ ଆଡୁ କହିଲା, ତେଣୁ excuse me କହିଛି, miss, but I see you are acquainted with the marshal here. ମୁଁ ନିଜେ marshal. If you ask him to speak a word for me, then we get to the pen, he will do it. And it will make things easier for me there. He is taking me to live prison. It is 7 years for counterfeiting. এটা বোধ ସେ ଲୋକଟା କହୁଛି, ସେ ମାର୍ଶାଲ ହେଲା. Oh, said the girl with a deep breath and a returning color. So that is what you are doing out here, a marshal. ସେ ଲୋକଟାକୁ ସେ କହିଲା. My dear Miss Fairchild, said Easton calmly, I had to do something. ତାର money ଦରକାର ଥିଲା. ସେ କହୁଛି ଏଠି ଆର ଲୋକଟା, money has a way of taking wings onto itself, and you know it takes money to keep step with our crowd in Washington. I saw this opening in the West, and well, a marshalship is not quite a high position. ନାଇଁ ସେ ନିଜେ କହୁଛି, ସେ Easton ହେଲା. ଦେଖିବା. The ambassador, said the girl warmly, doesn't call anymore. The ambassador doesn't call anymore. He needn't ever have done so. You ought to know that. And so now you are one of these dashing Western heroes, and you ride and shoot and go into all kinds of dangers. That is different from the Washington life. You have been missed from the old crowd. It's a good. The ambassador, said the girl warmly, doesn't call anymore. The ambassador doesn't call anymore. No, ambassador may be another person. ହେଲା ସେ କହୁଛି doesn't call anymore. He need not ever have done so. He need not ever have done so. You ought to know that. When ambassador is some other person. ହେଲା ସେ ତାକୁ କହୁଛି କି ସେ କାହା ଗୋଟେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ambassador କୁ ଦେଖେଇକି ସେ କହୁଛି. And so now you are one of these dashing western heroes. ତାକୁ ସେ କହିଲା western heroes ତୁझ ଗୋଟେ. And you ride and shoot and go into all kinds of danger. ହେଲା ତୁ ଏ କାମ ଗୁଡା କରୁଛୁ. That is different from the Washington life. ହେଲା Washington ରେ ambassador ରହୁଛି. ହେଲା You have been missed from the old crowd. Yeah, that is your old crowd. The girl's eyes, fascinated, went back, widening a little, to rest upon the glittering handcuffs. So पुणी देखिला जाएगी handcuffs टाइम, है ना? Don't you worry about them, miss, said the other man. All marshals handcuff themselves to their prisoners to keep them from getting away. Mr. Easton knows his business.
ମାନେ ଏ ଲୋକର ମାର୍ଶାଲ ସେ କିନ୍ତୁ କହି ହଉଛି ମିଷ୍ଟର ଇଷ୍ଟର୍ନ ମାର୍ଶାଲ ବୋଲି.
ହେଲା So don't you worry about them. ଏ ଯୋଉ ଏଇ handcuff ବିଷୟରେ କହିଲା miss, said the other man କହିଲା. All marshals handcuff themselves to their prisoners to keep them from getting away. से पळेइबनी बोली. Mr. Easton knows his business. He कौन Mr. Easton is a marshal से धरिଛି बुझिले. हाँ ठीक कौन ହେଲା ସେ ମତେ ଧରିଛନ୍ତି. Will we see you again soon in Washington? Asked the girl. Not soon, I think, said Easton. Easton कहला नहीं. My butterfly days are over. ना मो भलो दिन पड़े. I fear. ହେଲା I love the West, said the girl irrelevantly. ସେ କହୁଛି ଯେ ୱାସିଂଟନ ମତେ ଭଲ ଲାଗେ. ହେଲା Her eyes were shining softly. She looked away out the car window. Looked away. दूरକୁ ଦେଖିଲା. She began to speak truly and simply, without the gloss of style and manner. अच्छा. Mama and I spent the summer in Denver. ये जो जगह डेनवर जो वाला जगह है जो क्रॉस कोर्जन. She went home a week ago because father was slightly ill. ये डेनवर से वन थिले किसी है ना. I could live and be happy in the West. Western से छाड़ी के असली नहीं. अच्छा. I think the air here agrees with me. Money is not everything, but people always misunderstand things and remain stupid. ଏମିତି କହୁଛି. ମଣିଷ ବୁଝିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି. Money is not everything. ସେ ମିଷ୍ଟର ମାର୍ଶାଲ ପୁଣି କହୁଛି. Glowed the glum-faced man. Growled ମାନେ ଚିଲେଇଲା. ସେ ମିଷ୍ଟର ମାର୍ଶାଲ ବୁଝିଲେ କି ସେ ମାର୍ଶାଲ